Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, good people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Peter Obi has opened up on a lot of things that has to do with Labour Party and the fact that he's been described with the term weak. And this one was just like a direct hit on, Kenneth Okonkwo, who had made some, taken some position about Peter Obi and all of that. We'll get to hear full details about this in a video you're about to watch. And also, he took our time to talk about, the issue of internal crisis in the party, why he says that the APC is fully involved in it. Let's watch the video and be back.
This is what we get always in Nigeria, because we now live in a country of propaganda and lies, and they manufacture it. The problem we have in the Labour Party is problem instigated and sustained by the government of today.
Where's the proof?
I don't need to tell you. When you have a party chairman who calls a state governor a dwarf and dwarf thinking, forget about me. So it's not weak. Okay, I'm weak, but it's not weak. Is every other person there weak? So let's all be sincere with ourselves. Before they call you names here, you know it. You speak the truth and you call you names. We now live in a country of propaganda and lies and trying to put problems everywhere. They won't even put problems in families. Rufai managed and built a business locally and internationally, and they're thriving. By the time I left them, I've been chairman of corporations, quoted companies, director, and I've earned my respects. And I've been a governor. There's no place that I've shown weakness. Rufai, I returned school that was taken from churches 40 years that nobody could even dare mention.
But these are the point people. These are the point people like Kenneth Okonkwo.
Yes.
These are the things they said against you.
It's just Kenneth Okonkwo. Who again?
But it's a valid point of view,
And
it's an echo chamber.
If 12 persons that followed Jesus, one went against him, how about me, who millions followed, and you're counting those who went against me? Listen, people must go against you, people must speak against you, and their own listen. I still remain consistent. I'm not changed. Like I said, Kenneth is my younger brother. He has his reasons for his actions or what he wants to do. Rufai, humility, patience, tolerance is not weakness, it's a virtue. It is not easy for people to remain where I am. And when I was campaigning election, before I went to places people dare not go to. I was in Southern Gombe. Was everywhere. People fear to go. Before I drive around this country today, this year alone, I've driven from Abuja to Kafancha, to Kaduna, to Kano, to Katsina, to Jigawa, to Jos, to Benue, to Kogi. Who is doing that? So people just stay in their house and talk about this macho they are. Just like they stay, they don't go to anywhere. It's easy to be an armchair critic. For God's sake, I'm on the road.
All right, welcome back. One of the most interesting part of this discourse is when Peter Obi kind of make reference to Kenneth Okonkwo. Okay, it started up with the interview. We're talking about Kenneth Okonkwo's position about Peter Obi. And he says, the things I do, even those who are saying I am weak, they can't even go to those places. It's very easy to be an armchair critic and all of that. What's your standpoint on this? What kind of message is Peter Obi trying to send out there?
I like what he did there. And it's good, if you've ever worked in a corporate environment, when they ask you a simple question about what's your weakness, you don't begin to open up your weakness. You begin to look at that thing they call weakness, which is a big strength. In the long run, you now look like someone who never even have a weakness after all. That's exactly what Peter Obi did here. Now, let's call a spade a spade. At a time, I got tired of always hearing that Peter Obi is all over the world. Peter Obi, Zukwanike, stay in your house now. You are not a president. Peter Obi, I have been to Kafanchan. I have been to Benue, the flood victim in Niger State. Okay. I have been to Benue, where the Fulani has been insecurity. Borno. I have been to Borno, where Boko Haram. Peter Obi is everywhere as if he's the sitting president. Zukwanike, and as he's moving, it is personal money. He's giving to the less privileged. He's giving to IDP camp. So he could tell you, and it's not just saying it. You're seeing videos and pictures of him being there. Now the question is, how many average big boys, how many average Nigerians, how many average politicians have ever risked their life, their resources, their sweat, even public funds to go to such places? Including, of course, not limiting the likes of Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amechi, that also want to go for presidency come to 2027. Even Mr. President himself have not even physically visited Niger State. He has not physically visited Benue State. They keep, going with entourage and mysteries to tell him, please look into our state. He keeps telling them, don't worry, we are looking into it. We are calling security chiefs right there in Abuja. He goes to places where average Nigerian top politicians are scared of going. And he goes not because he have any special security. God is his security, but he wants to tell you how he feels, how he has empathy for Nigerians. And that's to tell you that man you call weak is actually not weak after all. It's a strength. He has not just strength, but very powerful, lionic heart. But now, he doesn't believe in exchanging words. Patience is a virtue, but here in Nigeria, when you are patient, they call you simple, they call you slack, they call you weak. He's not weak. A billionaire who grew his businesses from scratch to where he is today, you call him weak. In Nigerian economy and terrain, of course, that's a lion. Go and ask his name in Anambra. Ekwete is a base rock. He has grown over the years to learn to sieve noise from information. And what Kenneth Okonkwo did was just noise at that point in time. He has picked the information he needed to pick. Okay, I need to be more vocal. Okay, I need to be more daring. But you don't need to insult me in public to make that information pass. But all the same, I have heard you.
All right. Now, another question, he talked about the issue of APC involvement in the crisis, internal crisis in Labour Party. And this is traceable to some statement made by, the embattled national chairman. Up till now, the Supreme Court verdict, INEC is still playing hanky-panky with it. They've not taken a position, and it's becoming very glaring that somebody is remote controlling things, you understand? But to a point where Abure can dish out names to even those who have brought the party to limelight. What's your position? Do you think all of these are instrumentation of APC, that's Bola Tinubu's government, based on what Peter Obi said?
Let's look at this government ever since it enters, and let's look at opposition party generally. They have this. My goodness, they have this. There's this stress. It's now becoming a pattern. If PDP is not on loggerheads with their neck, LP is going to, and those are the two very powerful opposition. Why is it all of a sudden all the powerful opposition parties are now having a very serious internal crisis? Ever since this particular APC administration came into bear, you could just tell, you see their fingers everywhere. Abure, the same Abure who was singing praises of Peter Obi, is now calling names. And personally, this is just personal, I feel that the LP is one party that Abure shouldn't even find it easy at all to pocket. Having known that NLC, TUC is in that party, I'm surprised that Abure is having mouth to talk with NLC there. It's not like PDP where everybody there is a big boy. Workers are everywhere. Abure, you are still talking. They would have removed him very quickly, very fast from chairmanship. Who is making you to talk? Even from Edo, that's where they will first of all remove him. He won't have mouth to talk. But just like the leadership is a very gentlemanly leadership. They are very quiet. If you watch Alex Oti, they don't believe in going the Togri way. They don't believe in Togri. These are gentlemen who came out from banking and they understand how the corporate world works. We do not need to go into fisticuffs. We know how to still deal with you in a proper and legal manner, and we'll do it very nicely and legitimately. And that's exactly why you see Abure going dirty as a politician. But that doesn't mean, it doesn't deter the fact that when the time is right, Nigerians know what they're looking for. And the only thing that makes a LP as popular as it is right now is because of the obedient movement, the name Peter Obi carries. If Peter Obi goes to AAA now or go to ZZZ now, everybody will follow Peter Obi. Abure will just go into oblivion. They should ask the likes of Arambabi during that period. Everywhere, Arambabi, where is it? He has come down now. We are waiting for 2027. Arambabi and Apapa, they will emerge again. As usual, they are all kept as sidelines to be used when the time is right. I think Nigerians should know better by now.
All right, that's what we'd like to leave it. Let's leave it in the comment section and talk.